So my name is Omar Rampersad. It's 3:04 p.m., October 12th, 2019. So I'm going to do a little demonstration of the signals around my body. So my hand is tagged. My body's been pulsed all day at a little bit of a lower power, but fluctuating up and down. So you'll see the electrical currents in my hand. My hand is burning right now. See that huge number there? There, the fingertips. So the obliques is uh, is tagged as well. And the left side. And notice the EMF reading is high on the back, the obliques. So I don't have any magnets on me. And notice that notice the high EMF reading, 80 there. And I am getting small heart palpitations. Again, no magnets. So different technology is being used because the EMF reading um, is fluctuating. The hand, and right there in the spot is being pulsed. So the hand is being pulsed right there. So the electricity, there you go. That was an EMF pulse. And the electricity on the tips of the finger is high. See that? And the power just turned up. The electrical component of the power just turned up. Now, the alarms that you just saw, the alarms that you just saw were pulses of pain that I experienced. So I'm just going to take this off and put it out here. And I'm going to demonstrate once again for the millionth time the electrical currents on my hand. Take my hand away. No connections to the detector. The palm of the hand. And I am getting palpitations and my heart is racing. which disappears sometimes instantly, just like this. These signals disappear. My arm, take it away. So my right hip is tagged. And I'll give you a little idea of the electrical reading on the hip, the thighs. So the EMF reading is high when several people are logged on to me. Notice the electrical reading there. Again, there's no magnets in this area. Huge reading there. Yeah, so my thighs are tagged. So, high electrical readings. That is a good sign that there's a lot of people logged on. And they're logging on and off, on and off, on and off. And they're increasing and decreasing the power as they see fit. So let me tie that into the comments I hear outside the window, where the conversations are held by people using the loading dock, that the Chinese have it, the contract, and they have an order to remove, and I think there is another warrant or another envelope. They got a flag from a cop that they're reporting to and working with because there are informants working on behalf of the cop. And they got the cops to flag me and they got a new envelope, meaning that they're looking for more information. So it's not absoluted yet. It's not a fact. It cannot be considered a fact, whatever it is they're trying to present to the court as a fact, which is really not true. They're trying to contrive information, manufacture evidence, false evidence, of course, to make something look like a fact in a court. In other words, they're trying to make it the piece fit into the puzzle to make it look like it's a fact. It can be taken as a fact. So the way I think it's set up is the informants and contractors working with the cops who are subcontracting the surveillance are using technologies, microwave-based technologies, not only to track, but to torture and to incite anger and to frame and to set up to get this information that the cops are looking for to frame me in a courtroom to be charged for something I did not do. Or if I did something, I would not have done it if this flag was not on my name and there were so many people and criminals, contractors, subcontractors who are actually criminals, following me around, harassing me, psychologically, emotionally, physically harassing me, insulting me, calling an effing whore, and so on, and and on and on and on, all this harassment. If there was reaction in any way, shape, or form, this would not have happened if this harassment was not taking place in the background. So it's a frame and it's set up. So this is where we're at right now. The signals that I just demonstrated is part of that framing. The signals, the microwave-based technology, lasers and so on, because I have burn marks on my skin that appear overnight. When I get burning sensations on my body during the night, I get up in the morning and it's red and then it eventually turns black and brown. So those are burn marks. I suspect lasers are being used as well by the Chinese traffickers in the building who are also contracting with other residents in the building and selling within the building as well. So this whole thing is a cover for trafficking, as I said before. And what I talked about here is containment. The signals, the physical stalking, the verbal harassment, and psychological and emotional isolation. These are all part of containment and isolating somebody to traffic them, basically. And I am being trafficked, or else people wouldn't be espousing me and adjoining me. That's trafficking. People are coming around me talking about being adjoined to me, and they took full responsibility for me. And my sister-in-law had me declared mentally or financially incapacitated, and my now deceased brother had a power of attorney. None of this has been disclosed to me, which means that it is a conspiracy. Because if other people know about it, it is a conspiracy. And even though I asked about it several times, not been disclosed to me. So this is fraud, mental health fraud, and a conspiracy to defraud, because I heard it had something to do with my property as well. So all of this is being linked into my sister-in-law, who is holding a contract as a felony, or taking part in it, or subcontracting, or directly had one previously. So this is all part of the enslavement program that is part of trafficking. A slave cannot own property. So this is a part of a program that it's geared. The goal of the program is to take away my property because I'm a slave and a slave cannot own property. It's part of an enslavement program run by the cops. The cops are driving this. There's no doubt in my mind that the cops are driving this. And it's all fixed, which means that the people who are working with the cops are fixing it for the cops because they are most likely buying from the Epstein-like ring that's being run by the cops, or the cops are taking instruction from somebody higher up to run the ring this way. It has this is and I just got a huge pulse on my ear. There you go. That's it right there. That's it. Yeah. Um, I mean, the cops are taking instruction from somebody higher up. And since this is a satanic based program, it's based on torture, it's based on sadism, it's based on violence and hatred and everything negative that you can think of. Again, not all the cops are taking part in it, but all the cops are keeping quiet about it. And keeping quiet about a crime is just as good as taking part in it. Now, there are some cops who are coming forward and talking about it. Good for them. But this is not something that the cops should be doing. This is criminal activity. The cops should be protecting people from this activity, not taking part in it and driving it. Now, I had a little blog before, previously on my YouTube website about a link actually about a Masonic pyramid in front of the Toronto Police's headquarters on Bay Street. And the pyramid is a Masonic symbol. Everybody knows that. Masons do not allow women. There's in the lodge. I mean, there are separate lodges for men and women. They're separated. It's all based on misogynistic culture. Women are not allowed to do the things that men do, and they're not allowed the power that men are allowed in the Masonic lodge. Now, why is that symbol in front of a police's in front of a police headquarters? Women are equal. Isn't that what our society is based on? But apparently, that is not something everybody subscribes to. And why is it in front of a police headquarters? Is it because the police as a whole are misogynistic? They do not subscribe to the belief that women are equal to men. They subscribe to the Masonic agenda, because that's what that symbol tells me. That's what it is. And what I'm experiencing is probably part of that agenda that's being run covertly. Talk to you another time.